Okay guys, just a quick video here to help you walk through how to fix some issues we've been having the last couple days on your oil charts. Some of you have had some issues with your oil charts. Basically, here's the situation. This only applies to you if you are trading oil on Nadex. If you're trading Nadex spreads or binaries on oil. If you are trading futures, then you're okay. This video does not pertain to you. If you're trading futures contracts on oil, you will go ahead and continue to do what you're doing. You'll continue to use the October contract until it rolls over on the 18th. Then you can switch over to the November contract. But if you are trading oil on Nadex, this issue will not completely be fixed until the roll is complete. Okay, this is an issue for the next few days here, as we're kind of in the middle of a rollover. Basically, Nadex rolled oil a week earlier than the CME does, and that's what is causing the issue with some of your charts and indicators and so on. You could just, this only affects oil. This is nothing else. This is not the indices that have rolled over or anything else. This issue pertains only to oil. So you can choose to just not trade oil on Nadex for the next few days until this is fixed. And then once the rollover is complete, everything will be fine. Everything will be back to normal. Okay. But if you absolutely just have to trade oil on Nadex the next few days, there are a couple things that we can do here. It'll be a little more complicated, but we'll show you how to fix it. All right. Very first thing, okay, is you've got to make sure that you do have accurate information on your charts. We'll get into volume and expected volume and some of those issues here in a minute. The first thing you want to do is make sure you're getting accurate information. Some of you have not had accurate information. It's not updating properly. And here's why. What you want to do, first of all, is get your charts working. In Ninja, go to Tools, go to Instrument Manager. If you've already got oil in there, just take it off. Okay, let's just start from the beginning here. And you'll see all this listed out for you in screenshots as well in the screenshot below this forum post. Basically what you want to do is go to your Instrument Manager and do a search for CL. You'll find oil right there. Then you want to click the edit button here, and what you're going to do is come up here to miscellaneous, and then you'll scroll all the way down to the bottom for contract months, and you'll click that. This little box will pop up and all your months will come up here. All right, so Nadex just rolled over to November 14. See what happens when we click November 14. The rollover date is 9/18. So Nadex has already rolled over. The actual CME contract has not rolled. So that's why you're having issues with your oil charts, because you're pulling up 11/14, but you know, Ninja's not even showing that's rolled over yet, so you're getting all this mixed information. All right, so first of all, to make sure that you have the proper information and feed on your chart, what you want to do is just backdate this. Just go ahead and change this to 9/14/2014. Okay, and then just click OK. Okay, and you'll want to make sure that this goes to 11/14 and then pop it on over. All right, now you've got CL 11/14 in there. It's showing a different roll date, and that will fix your chart issues that you've been having. Make sure to click OK here. So once you do that, the next thing you want to do is go ahead and close down Ninja, and you're going to want to then go to your toolkit, your Apex Investing Toolkit. We want to go through and clear your cache, okay, because you want to make sure to get rid of any old data on oil and make sure everything updates properly for you here. So let's let the Apex Toolkit come up here. Alright, once the toolkit comes up, you'll go right here under Tools and Clear NinjaTrader Data Cache. Alright, and a little message will come up showing you it's deleting it. So this could take a while. Depending on the last time you deleted your cache, it could take a few minutes. But what you want to do is go ahead and let that cache clear out. And And then once that is done, you can go ahead and close down your toolkit and reopen NinjaTrader, and then open your oil chart, and everything should be good. Your oil chart will now be updated properly, and you'll be getting the proper information. Now, this is going to give you the proper price action info for November contract of oil, which is now trading on Nadex. Okay, so you won't have the chart issues that you've been having with your bars changing, your directions changing, weird spikes, weird gaps, stuff like that. So your actual chart info itself, your actual price action info, will now match the contract that Nadex is using. Okay, now what will not be accurate until the rollover is complete is the volume. The expected volume will be correct, but the actual volume will not be correct, okay, until the rollover is complete. Now, we do hope that by next rollover, we're going to have all of this automated to adjust for when Nadex does rollover at different times than the CME does. So, again, if you absolutely just have to trade oil on Nadex the next few days, you need to go through that process we just went through to, first of all, make sure your chart is giving you actual proper data on the price action. But you will not be able to use on this same chart your expected and actual volume indicators. Okay, the expected volume will be correct, but the actual will not be. So it will not help you if you're trying to do momentum scalps, or if you're trying to confirm volume for an elite trade. Now, if you're trading Spike Striker on the 5-minute chart, that's fine. You can use Spike Striker just the normal way you'd always use it on the 5-minute Spike Striker chart. Okay, you don't have to worry about Spike Striker. But if you're doing boomerang, or if you're doing momentum, or anything like that where you need the correct actual volume, you would not be able to use it on your CL 1114 chart. So what I would suggest is that you, on your 1114 chart, just so it doesn't get confusing to you at all, just go ahead and go to your indicators, and let's just go ahead and remove the expected volume. Let's go ahead and remove that, and just completely remove that indicator from your chart. Okay, that way it's not confusing. So let's go ahead and remove that from your 1114 chart. So once you have that removed, you can now focus on your 1114 chart for your price action. What you're going to need to do, though, again, if you absolutely have to trade it, you're going to need to also have CL 1014 in your instrument manager list, and you're going to need to open a CL 1014 chart, and it's got to match whatever you're doing. So if you're doing a diagnostic chart like we have here, you're going to open a 12-tick diagnostic chart for 1014. If you're doing boomerang on a 4-minute chart for 1114, you're going to want to also open a boomerang 4-minute chart for 1014. Okay, so it's got to be the same type of chart, size of bar, time frame, etc. Okay, and what you're going to want to do here is when you open that matching chart for 1014, what I would suggest you do is, all you're looking for on this chart is the expected and actual volume. Okay, so you could actually just remove all these other indicators. In fact, just so you don't get confused, I would tell you just to totally minimize your price action. Okay, you can even go down here and minimize deviation of velocity bars, or you could just take them off your chart completely. All right, so what you're going to need to do is have both of these charts open. All right, and what you can do is just simply minimize it here and have the two of them together. Okay, so what you're looking for here is using the 1114 chart for your price action. This price action is going to match the price action on the Nadex indicative. Okay, as it normally would. You're not looking at the wrong month here. You're looking at the same month as Nadex is. All right. Obviously, the Nadex indicative is going to be a little different than your chart here, but you're on the correct pricing and contract month. But the 1014 is where you're going to get your volume from. Okay. So again, if you have to use it, that's what you want to do for the next few days. Again, if you decide not to trade it, no problem, but after the rollover, all this will merge together and you won't have to do this anymore, and you can just go ahead and get rid of your 1014. Like I said, we do hope to have this automated by the next rollover to adjust for any time that Nadex does make the switch quicker. So that's how you do it. First of all, follow those steps, get your 1114 chart updated properly, change the rollover date back to the 14th. And then if you want to use volume, you're going to need to use the 1014 chart for volume. And just keep in mind, if you're using a diagnostic chart for November 14, you need to be using a diagnostic chart for October 14. You can't have a diagnostic chart open on one and then a 5-minute chart on the other. It's just not going to work for you. You have to match them up and use the same one. So that is how you take care of fixing the oil chart issue over the next couple days until this rolls over here. Okay? If you have any questions, just let us know in the help desk.